Okay, Smokey. All right, hi. Okay. So as per your request, um, I'm going to prove the facts, but I think this is BS because I want to put this past me. I don't want to keep going over this. I mean, we got a great life down here. Anyway, fine. Here it is. All right. But before I get into the facts, I want to tell you one thing. All right. My attorney was David Lane. I took that plea because I told him I wasn't going to take. There's no way I'm going to plead guilty. No way. I didn't do it. So he said, before you make your decision, look into the case I'm now suing Larimer County for and Fort Collins Police Department. He said, look into Tim Masters. So I went home. I looked at the Tim Masters case online. It was mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, man. They framed this poor guy. Tim Masters went to prison for 10 years. He didn't do it. The murder happened 13 years prior to them convicting him. So these guys were so ruthless, they would go after this guy for 13 years. And then there was no way they were going to let this guy go. So there was this Broderick, I think his name is, Lieutenant Broderick, the head lead investigator. He perjured himself on affidavits, perjured himself on the stand, and I guess they fabricated evidence, to my understanding, and they withheld evidence. The guy goes to prison. The prosecutor was Jolene Blair and some other guy. And, I mean, I couldn't believe it. So he gets out like 10 years later. Oh, he appealed it twice. He gets out 10 years later on proof that, or they did a DNA test. So he gets out. So here he is. He went to prison. He fought it, lost, goes to prison. He's got to fight it in prison. So they finally prove it through the DNA testing. Jolene Blair was the prosecutor. She became a judge because of that. Lieutenant Broderick, I think I'm saying his name right, he became a commander. These guys got raises. You know, they went up the ranks because of this. Well, now, this Lieutenant Broderick, the Fort Collins cop, is now on trial for 8 counts of perjury. 8. So when he said that to me, I get it. I get it. Fine. I mean, I looked at what they had pulled together, looked at the paperwork, looked at all the videos, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, this Jolene Blair was now a judge. So this advocate was trying to support her family. She knows the whole thing was BS. So she comes up to the door, and she introduced herself, and she told me a whole bunch of information. And she said, this Judge Blair, if I got her, I'm definitely going down. I said, well, why is that? She said, well, she owns the halfway house. That's hearsay. I don't have any proof on this, but that's what she told me. So I'm getting all this information from all these people. I said, so what's that mean? She goes, well, don't you get it? She's a judge, and she's sentencing people to the halfway house. She's making a profit. And I don't know whether any of this is true, but this is the information I'm getting. And she said, for example, they charge $10 for a piss test at the halfway house. So about a couple hundred yards away is the county jail, right next to it. At the county jail, they charge you $20 for a piss test. So what's that mean, right? So that means that $10 out of the 20 goes to the county, and $10 goes to Jolene Blair. She gets all the piss tests. And if you do some numbers on it, it's quite significant, I guess. Anyway, that is why I had to do what I had to do. On top of the fact that they were threatening to deport my wife. So just try to imagine. I fight it. They gather up all their lies and all their evidence. And then I've got to fight from jail. I lose my kids. Mayumi's deported to Japan. What would you do? I mean, you and Benny. What if it was you? What if it was Benny? What would you do? So, anyway, here are the facts. Okay, so before I get into all the paperwork that I had and all the other evidence that they came up with. I want to show you this. So after I take their plea, I'm sitting in a courtroom, okay? I can't believe what I'm hearing. And this prosecutor, Andrew Lewis, stands up there before the judge, before the courtroom, and let's not forget, the entire world was watching on TV. The entire planet Earth is watching the stupid case, and he's lying. So here's the deal. They gave me a CD. See that CD? That's the logo. And on here are photographs, okay? The first photograph was taken on October 15th, 2009. Okay, so after the flying saucer landed, photograph number PA 150342. If you zoom in on it, you can clearly see the high voltage PC board from the stun gun and the battery connector. All right, now let's zoom in on the next photo. PA 150330. It clearly shows 3 9-volt batteries. 3 of them. And then if you look at the batteries, you'll see dirt all over it. So later on, they claim that I lied about the weight. I didn't lie about the weight. They added weight to it. And it probably had dirt in it.
He said that there was 3 9-volt batteries hooked up to a stun gun, and it would produce volts, therefore no one should touch it. What they do find inside is 2 1.5-volt batteries hooked up to an egg timer. No indication that there was a stun gun in there.
He's claiming 2 1.5-volt. What is this? He makes it like I lied. Now, mind you, the whole world thinks this guy's telling the truth. So everything he's saying, this guy is lying to get me the maximum sentence. Is that justice? Is that fair? I had to sit there and take that.
Okay, the base is here. Look at the voltage there.
3 batteries?
Okay. Whatever was in that.
All right. Can you hold that a second?
Okay.
Just give you that kind of parts right here.
Yeah. See what that.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that.